boy, man. You know.
Hey, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Man, peace and blessings, fam. You know I can't get the show started unless I rub my hands together like Birdman, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, what's the damn deal, man? It's your kinfolk DMR, back with another live episode of Back to the Lab, you know what I'm saying? Where we celebrate classic hip-hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. Yes, indeed, man. Hey, it is a partly cloudy, 90 degrees down here in Houston, Texas, man. And I would not be wearing a cashmere sweater in this heat. But when the fall and when the winter come, oh yeah, man, you got to put that shit on and pop out. You know what I'm saying? With your cashmere sweater, tell them DMR told you to do it. You know what I'm saying? But yo, what's good, man? What's good? If anybody is new here, yo, salute Poncho. I see you, fam. It's my fam Poncho, man, tapping in from the Bay, San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if anybody here is new and you don't know what we do over here at Back to the Lab, see, on a weekly basis, we celebrate album anniversaries, birthdays, stuff like that, man. But today, I promised my daughter I was gonna make it quick because I just finished dinner. And yeah, man, she trying to grub. She trying to grub. As a matter of fact, I am too. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna run down through there and, you know, talk our shit, man, and celebrate this album. As a matter of fact, hey Dev, let me get this shit popping like it's supposed to. So give me this CD right here. That's down there in the CD section. Okay. Give me this CD right here that's down in the CD section. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Devin finna get that CD for me. The CD, not the album. Oh, yeah, the CD. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell her, man. See, when she get distracted, she don't be trying to pay attention to me, man. You know what I'm saying? She ain't not watching YouTube. But she ain't watching her pops on YouTube, man. She watching some wild cartoon videos, man, animated videos. Oh my God. That's my baby, man. That's my baby. Rocking out like she always do. But listen, man, this is how we finna do it, man. I want to talk about Big Mike, man. Who is Big Mike? Who is Peter Man? I can help you out with that. Big Mike is an MC, man, that was born in New Orleans, raised here in H-Town, you know what I'm saying? Put it down with the Ghetto Boys in 93, put it down with the Convicts. You know what I'm saying? I think I got some action right here. Okay, yeah, so this was when I first heard of Big Mike. I heard of Big Mike for the first time with the Convicts. This was back in 91, you know what I'm saying? Then I heard him in 93 on the Ghetto Boys album, Till Death Do Us Part. You know, and he had that song on there, No Nuts, No Glory. You know, he had did his thing on Crooked Officer. Yeah, man, Big Mike is a legend out here. Big Mike is a super duper legend. So today, we're going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of the album Something Serious. This dropped back in 94, man. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them southern classics right here. You know what I'm saying? Give me one moment, child. Let me make sure my sound is right. Give me a sec. Yo, we got that sound right? We got that sound right? Tell me if it sounds good. Yes. So, yeah, I had to make sure we had that sound right because this is important right here, man. 1994. And this was the debut, man. Like I said, we had already heard him on the Compo album, you know, the Convicts album the collaboration, that's what I mean. The collaboration album with 3-2, rest in peace, 3-2. And he also replaced Willie D in the Ghetto Boys in 93 on the album Till Death Do Us Part. You know what I'm saying? And just to let y'all know, my man, he didn't stop after he got through with Ghetto Boys, man. Let me see. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My man got 12 solo albums. 12 solo albums. Man, oh, he says, let me roll on this one. Now, let me roll, that actually came from Scarface, The World Is Yours. Yeah, Pancho, that was Scarface, The World Is Yours. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one right here, this the one that had player, having things, coming from the swamp. You know, this was that joint. This was that joint right here. You know what I mean? So before we get into it, man, let's drop some facts about the album real quick. Let's drop some facts. So the official release date is June 28, 1994. This is categorized as Southern hip hop gangster rap. And it was on Rap-A-Lot Records and Priority Records. You know what I'm saying? With production by N.O. Joe, Big Mike himself, Pimp C, Mike Dean, Beto Crazy C, Mike B, and also Troy Pee Wee Clark. Troy Pee Wee Clark, man. I'm talking about a nice lineup of production. A nice lineup of production. Give me 1 second. I want to hear something in the earphones real quick. Y'all not gonna hear it, but hold up real quick. Yeah, I had to bump the intro to this album, man. The intro, Coming from the Swamp. Listen, I love a good intro, man. When it come to albums, man, classic dope album. I love the intros. Love intros. So the Coming from the Swamp intro was produced by N.O. Joe and Big Mike. Listen, what a hell of a way to start the album off. You know what I'm saying? The beats bang. Now I'm gonna tell you something about the beats. The beats have like a southern G-funk kind of vibe, and as well as a kind of like a dance vibe too, man. Almost give you like a 80s, just like a 80s R&B kind of vibe, man. Like some Cool in the Gang, shit, you name it, man. Like Parliament, it give you that type of vibe, man. And matter of fact, I'll get to some of the samples, that they used on this album a little bit later. But before we start off, how was everybody weekend, man? Did everybody have a good weekend? Let me tell you a little something about my weekend. I got outside a little bit, man, and chopped it up and networked with some people this weekend. Matter of fact, let me take the image off, man, because y'all got to see my face when I talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got out, mixed and mingled with some people, man. I had on a Back to the Lab shirt. I mean, when do I not have on a Back to the Lab shirt? Ran into a partner from back in the day, and he was like, yeah, man, I've been seeing you do your thing, man. I've been seeing you with your podcast. You doing your thing, man. And I was like, yeah, I'm feeling what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a little struggle every now and then, because like 1 week you'll get, X amount of views, then the next week you'll get another set of views. It might be less than, might be more than, but you just got to be ready for that roller coaster, And I was trying to explain it to the dude, but he said something that kind of threw me off though, man. He was like, but you consistent though. You consistent. And when he said that, I thought back and I was like, man, how many likes have I seen from bro? How many shares have I seen from bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really remember. How many. I don't even remember not one. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, and the point is that cats see you, man. Like, cats see you. Like, dude was telling me I've been consistent. He said I've been rocking and woo, woo, woo. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, bro ain't even been checking me out. I mean, well, he may have been checking me out, but like, there's no way for me to know besides him telling me. Like, I ain't seen no like, no comment, no share, nothing like that, man. So just words to the wise. Don't worry about if the people ain't putting the likes up and sharing your shit like that, man. They see you. They see it. I know it's cliche. We say it all the time, but like, it's really real, fam. It's really real. Like, they really see you. They really see you. I can guarantee that they see you, man. And it may not look like they do. They ain't commenting. They ain't doing, X, Y, and Z. But fam, they watching, man. That was one of my things I learned over the weekend. Oh, And I finally seen that somebody else who had given me compliments before, yeah, man, you rocking, you doing your thing. They just followed me for the first time, man, like a few hours ago. Just followed. And I was like, damn, how do you know I'm doing my thing if they ain't been following? I guess that's just part of the, when people just looking for something to say, they just want to say some shit, even though they may not be doing it or whatnot, man, but they just want to say it just to kind of, make the conversation go or save face or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, man, just a little something to keep in mind. If you out there and you pushing your product and it don't look like they fucking with you, it don't look like they vibing with you, trust me, they vibing. All right. Yeah, now let's get back to this album, man. Let's get back to this album. I just want to pause for a hot little second and just break y'all off with that game. So, I will tell you, man, that there was a review by Orlando Centennial. I think it's a paper or something like that out in Orlando in Florida. And they said that Big Mike's solo spinoff is good in doses, but he doesn't seem to have enough ideas to spread over the course of an entire album. I said it before and I'll say it again, man. I don't know where they get these dudes from that be reviewing these albums, man. But I can tell you, as a Southern hip hop aficionado, and as just a hip hop student, period, I'd have to disagree with that. This album stands the test of time, man. So when I knew I was going to do this album, I said I'm not going to listen to it until the day of the live. Until the day of the live, I wanna get that feeling all over again. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't bumped it in a long time from beginning to end. Fam, I put it on today about 9:30, 9:45 or something like that. From the moment I pushed play, I got that feeling all over again. It came back, man. 1994, it came back. I was like, bro, this motherfucker is banging. It stands the test of time, man. Really, it does. So what I did, I came today to bring to y'all my top 5 joints off of this album. It may be about 6 because it's hard to break it down. If anybody knows this album, man, it's hard to pick your top 5 off of damn near any classic album. But joints like this, man, it's real hard to pick a top 5. So I might have about 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if it's any more facts I need to drop about the album real quick. So as far as features, I told y'all who the production, who done the production on here. But as far as features, we have a feature from Pimp C, Mr. 3-2, rest in peace to Pimp C, and the one and only Scarface, man. We love some Scarface. We love some Scarface. Let me see. And there is a song on here with Bun B as well too. You know what I'm saying? On the one. I don't really remember that one, but they say it's featuring UGK. But Pimp C did the beat. I don't remember that one. It's the very last song, as a matter of fact. So yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's say my top joints. I'm not going to even say my top 5. Let's just say my top joints. You know what I'm saying? Starting out with Coming From the Swamp. Like I said, that intro. I'm a sucker for intros. I think I just saw a post the other day on Facebook where somebody was saying, like, give us like your best intro, and it was like Most Hit It Done by Zero, Swishers and Doja by UGK, and plus many more. I can't remember who all they listed on there, man. But yeah, man, the intro is very, very important. If anybody out there love albums and y'all remember them days, man, of going to the record store, looking through the credits and everything. And if you have your Walkman on you, you put that joint on. As soon as you walking up out the store, man, that bitch start bumping. You feel like you made a good decision with your little $10 or $15, whether you got the CD or the tape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. This today took me back to that day when I put that album on. It took me back to when I copped this. I think I copped it from Dewey's Record Shop back in Fifth Ward, long time ago, man. So yeah. Truth, man, truth. Coming From the Swamp, that'll let you know what you're getting ready to get into, man, when you put that on. And like I said, that was produced by N.O. Joe and Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? My second joint that I'm fucking with on there is World of Mine. Listen. Yeah, and that's the second song. That's the very second song after the intro. So the first 2 songs was hitting nice. And I was like, yeah, bro, like this is it, man. The first and second songs is banging. Like, you can tell that you probably in for a dope ride when the first 2, 3, 4 songs on the album is banging. You know what I'm saying? Like, they laid the foundation just right for you. So World of Mine is one of them dope joints, man. The hook, he was saying, as I flip through this world of mine, everything is looking peaceful. I'm checking out these people, the ones that's doing good and the ones that's doing evil. Have you ever just kind of like, people watch? Cher used that term a lot, man. She say, she like the people watch. Just kind of like look at people and imagine what their story is or whatever. And you see some people, man, and they may look one way, but how they live is a total different way. And that's something we'll never know, especially when you visiting cities. Let's say like New York, you visit in New York and, you in Times Square, you in Brooklyn or something. And you just sitting back, just kind of like watching everybody, maybe sipping a coffee or tea or something, smoking a blunt, the weed legal out there. So yeah, you can smoke a blunt, smoke a pre-roll and just watch people walk by, man. And just kind of like imagine the life they live or, what they going through and shit like that, man. It's just a mystery. It's a mystery, man. It's one of them interesting mysteries too. You know what I'm saying? So I was feeling what he was saying, man. I'm just checking out these people, the ones that's doing good, the ones that's doing evil. I remember days, man, when I was kind of, on the evil side. I was doing some things that I kind of regret now, hurting families and shit like that, selling dope and shit, man. Some of these people may be spending their last and, not getting their kids food to come spend that money with you. You don't know if that's the last they got or not. But, it just kind of made me reflect on times like that, man. And it's been times I've been on the good side too, man, where I really wasn't doing a lot of, ill shit in the streets, man. I was, working dude, going to church and everything, working on my faith. And I wasn't doing them things, man. But I never did look at the people that's still doing it as, oh man, you losing out here in these streets, man. You in last place. Cause I've been there. Like Big Mike had a part in that. He said, man, I can't knock you for what you're doing. So don't knock me for what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in a different lane now. I'm not doing them things no more. You know what I'm saying? But I still can't knock you because in your mind and your heart, you might feel like that's the only way you got right now to make your bread. And I just hope and pray that one day, you snap up out of it. But at the same time, I can't knock nobody. And I don't want a nigga knocking me too, calling me a square because I got a 9 to 5 and I'm not doing this and that would kind of make people say, oh yeah, he a real nigga because he do this. Like, come on, man. Like, I know y'all been seeing them reels where it be like, they say black people will clown you for, doing good shit, like dude drinking water. Oh, this nigga drinking water and shit, or hydrated ass nigga. Or, dude got his kids for the weekend. Oh, look at this old, daddy ass nigga, man, daddy daycare ass nigga. Like niggas will do that shit to you, man. They'll try to trick you out your spot. Have you thinking like the dope shit that you doing is like, it's something weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way people are, man. Just the way people are. So, you just got to work on not judging folks, man, not knocking people that's probably doing something that you overcame, and even if you are still in the streets, you can't knock the people who doing shit the right way right now. Niggas that's into stock markets and Bitcoin and shit like that. You can't knock them dudes, man. They probably live the life that you living right now and they just had their breakthrough and you gonna get yours too, fam. So I like that song, man. This world of mine, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and it's not mine like M-I-N-E, it's M-I-N-D, you know what I'm saying? Like your brain, your mind. So yeah, man, dope song. I highly recommend that one, you know what I'm saying? So that's the first 2 off the album, Coming from the Swamp, the intro, and World of Mine, you know what I'm saying, the very second song. My next standout track is a song called Ghetto Love. Now, Ghetto Love was produced again by N.O. Joe and Big Mike, and World of Mine was produced by N.O. Joe as well. And let me mention, N.O. Joe is, I would say N.O. Joe is my favorite producer. It's my favorite producer. I have like a top 5, man. Like, Kanye, Primo, Pharrell, Jazzy Faye, Manny Fresh, shit like that. But and also like Dungeon Family, you know what I'm saying? Organized Noise. But yeah, bro, N.O. Joe, man, that's like my top producer of all time. Top producer of all time, man. Ghetto Love, N.O. Joe and Big Mike. This was one of them songs about, a young hustler and his down ass chick, moving through this world, having each other's back and just kind of like staying to themselves. Kind of like a me, what is it? Me and my girlfriend, me and you against the world, that type of shit, man. Like, the Music Soul Child track. It's just one of them. It's one of them kind of joints, man. So if you live that ghetto love where you hustling and your chick maybe working, and you kind of handling the bills from the street side, dibbing and dabbing how you do, and she doing the 9 to 5 thing and handling bills from from that aspect too. Nevertheless, man, y'all in it together. It's that ghetto love. So it kind of took me back, man. I've been in a few situations where you could classify it as one of them ghetto loves, but luckily me, man, all the chicks that I've dealt with, tried to talk me up out of the streets. They tried to talk me up out of the game, and I gotta give flowers to the different women that I was in relationships with, that I was involved with, that tried to talk me up out of the game, man, and leave that shit alone, So I give him props for having somebody that had his back. Like, it was a part in the song where he said, she had a job and she came from nothing. Mom's was on that dope. Mom smoked crack and shit, man, and Mom's was always stealing his girl shit or whatever. So they got together, got their own spot. She copping them some clothes, and if she like got an income tax or something like that, man, she'll go and get the nigga some Vols for his car and shit. And there was a part in the song where he said that his girl used to always tell him, she say, our business ain't show business, and another hoe's business ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? So, and I took it as, what we do in these 4 walls or under this roof, man, everybody ain't got to know. And what the fuck is going on out there, outside of this roof and these 4 walls, it ain't our motherfucking business, especially not yours, nigga. That's how I took that. Even though she said another hoe's business ain't your business, but I think that just went for everything that was going on outside of that 4 walls. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to give him love for that song, Ghetto Love. And like I said, man, this motherfucking album stands the test of time, man. Like 30 years later, this motherfucker still banging. And it still got, content that can relate to today's society, man, and how we moving out here in these streets today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, check out Ghetto Love, man. Please, please, please check out Ghetto Love. That's highly recommended on my list right there. Next song. What can I say, man? The next song, now I'm gonna skip a few as far as the track list goes. But track 1, 2, and 3, definitely some bangers, all right? But we're gonna skip down to track number 6, which is Having Things, produced by Pimp C. So UGK was already, releasing albums by 9-3. But I think we had only got Tell Me Something Good around that time. And that was basically, I think that was like the second album. That was the second UGK album. So we really didn't know him that well. And I remember watching the video and seeing the light-skinned cat with the glasses on, looked like he had some Cartiers or some polo frames or something. Piece and chain. I remember seeing the bright-skinned cat singing the hook, fly hoes in chains and swinging things. Just another young nigga having things, man. And I'm like, bro, that's a fly nigga right there, man. I never knew that was Pimp C until later on when I actually bought a physical copy of UGK and I saw his face on the cover and I was like, bro, that's the dude from the Big Mike video. You know what I'm saying? So definitely love Pimp C as a producer as well as a rapper, man. Look, rest in peace to Pimp C. He did his thing on this track. He did his thing on that hook. You know what I'm saying? Time brought change, and change come with time. Fly hoes and chains and swinging thing. Now, I don't mean to do this. It seems like every episode I always find an opportunity to sing. But if you ever heard this song, man, whenever you think about it, you got to sing that hook. So this will be a good a good opportunity, man, for you to go and get put on to something that you probably don't know about. I don't know where y'all from that's watching. Matter of fact, if anybody in here new here, man, put your city and state in the comments, man, just so I can know what type of region I'm working with up in the comments, man, up in the chat, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to it. Having things with the joint. So, On the Real. Next song I'm thinking about is On the Real. Which track is that? That's track number 7. If you know anything about that Till Death Do Us Part album, the Ghetto Boys album, you know about straight gangsterism. You know that's the intro. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, this song that I'm talking about, On the Real, start off the same way straight gangsterism start off, but straight gangsterism didn't come till 93. I mean, it came in 93, and then this album came in 94. So when this album dropped and we heard that intro, we was like, oh shit, what they got like a remix to straight gangsterism. But that's when, you know, the beat dropped and you could tell it was a different song. Alexandria, Louisiana in the building, man. Big salute. Big salute, man. That's that motherfucking what they call it. That's that. What's they call that? Central Louisiana. Centla. CENLA. Yeah, big love to y'all out there in Alexandria, man. The whole boot, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause Big Mike from New Orleans, you know, 9th Ward. So big salute to the whole boot, man. Baton Rouge, Shreveport, New Orleans, all that, man. Lake Charles, where my people from. You know what I'm saying? But yes, indeed. On the Real. Bump On the Real. And then right after that, bump Straight Gangsterism from the Ghetto Boys Till Death Do Us Part album. You know what I'm saying? Bump that. They're from this album right here, Straight Gangsterism. Bump that shit right there. And then you'll hear the similarity in that intro. I mean, I think it's the very same intro. The same exact intro. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually did end up picking 5. I did pick 5. That's amazing. My last standout track in this list of 5 songs would have to be Something Serious. You know what I'm saying? Something Serious was produced by Mike B. And it samples Outstanding by the Gap Band. You know what I'm saying? So if you love that funk, that 80s funk, man, you'll like this one right here. Man. And matter of fact, while I'm talking about samples, let me look at this list, man. They did give credits on the samples, man. So there's a song on here called Fire with Mr. 3-2. Rest in peace to 3-2. You know what I'm saying? Fire, you know, of course, it samples the Ohio Players. That joint, that Fire. Having Things samples Funkadelic. Song called Good Old Music. Player. I would have picked Player for one of my standout joints, man, but it's kind of like it's kind of cliche, man, because everybody liked that joint. You know what I'm saying? But I went on and skipped Player to pick something else because, you know, that was the joint. I think that was the first single off the joint when we first heard it. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, I got a comment right here. I got to check. I love Something Serious album because it was more of a grounded reality based album because he was rapping about what we were really going through in relationships and street life. Yes, General Khan, you hit that, you hit the nail on the head, fam. That's why I say, man, it relates to what we going through in society, even to this day, man. Even today, he talks some shit about the penitentiary, man, and county jail, and the similarities between the Watchtower and the White House and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And Boss Man and the president and shit. You know, like the wardens and all that, bro. Like the shit is dope, man. The shit is dope. It's I'm telling you, it's one of them joints that just stand the test of time, man. For real. We get back to some of these samples. I think I wasn't through with the samples yet. Player, like I was saying, that comes from What a Wonderful Thing Love Is by Al Green. Smoke 'em and Choke 'em. Hold tight right quick. That comes from Goodbye So Long by Funk Incorporated. Smoke 'em and choke 'em. They had a little scratching mix up in there, man, and they were scratching that line that Snoop Dogg said. Can't remember what song it was, but he was like, "Smoke 'em and choke 'em like the motherfucking Peter, man." You know, so. And listen, let me tell you a little something too that I heard back in the days, man. I heard that the group, the Convicts, you know what I'm saying? Big Mike and 3-2, they were actually out in L.A. working with Death Row because they were going to be signed to Death Row, right? Hence the name Convicts. But for some reason, they ended up coming back to Houston. You know what I'm saying? They never did sign with Death Row. They came back to Houston, and Snoop Dogg allegedly kind of bit 3-2 style. He kind of bit his swag with the whole, "Big baby, we don't love these hoes. Yeah, biatch, we don't love these hoes." You know, shit like that. Like, I heard that Snoop had kind of got his swag from 3-2. Got his swag from 3-2, man. So, and then they spent a lot of time on the West Coast, because they even ended up on the South Central Cartel album In Gats We Trust on the song called Hood Stories. What was it? I got another gang story. Yeah, Gang Stories. I got another gang story to tell. Peep. You know, so they did some work in LA, man, which was really, really good for their career, man, and good for you know, as far as networking goes. You know what I'm saying? They kind of opened the doors for them to work with people worldwide and not just, you know, in the southern region and everything, man. So yeah, big love, man. Big love. Yeah, they got that line out of Snoop's song, "Smoke 'em and choke 'em like the motherfucking Peter, man." They got that line out of that song, man, and used it throughout the song. So yeah, check that one out. I Told You Something Serious had Outstanding by the Gap Band. There's a song called "Get Over That Shit," which sampled Funkin' for Jamaica. And then Southern Thing sampled "People Say" by one of my favorite old school funk bands, The Meters. You know, The Meters, they got a joint that UGK sample for front, back, and side to side. And when I noticed that song, you know, just digging through the crates, man, The Meters became one of my favorite bands after that, man. When I saw how UGK flipped that Meters song, and I'll put it in the comments later on. I can't remember the exact name of the song, but most of the Meters shit was instrumental. And if you're really into production, you're really into instruments and shit like that, man, you heard of the Meters, or you heard somebody sample their shit before. So just go check out the Meters. Go through some of their top songs, especially if you're an Apple dude like me, man. They give you the top songs. Go through them top songs, man. I bet you'll find something that somebody sampled, that one of your favorite artists sampled before. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check that out. Chart wise, man, let's drop some chart facts about this album, because it did do some love. It did do some numbers, man. Let's see. I got another page I'd like to see the chart shit on. Here we go. So it peaked at number 40 on the Billboard 200. It peaked at number 4 on the top R&B and hip hop albums charts. That's fire for a debut. You know what I'm saying? So fire for a debut. Let me see, man. It was certified gold. Certified gold 4 months after the release. And I'm willing to bet you that motherfucker probably platinum right now, man. It's got to be. I'm going to need somebody to go back in, man, do a recount, pull up all them numbers, man, and check and see if this motherfucker platinum by now. It's got to be. It's got to be. You know what I'm saying? I do want to make another announcement as far as these tracks go. There's an honorary mention for the song "Daddy's Gone" featuring Scarface. And it kind of brought me, it took me back, man, because, you know, it's a lot of, you know, with these daddy songs, and especially with Father's Day just passing by, man. You know, happy Father's Day to everybody out there, you know, belated Father's Day. But yeah, this song kind of made me go back and think, man, because, you know, me and my pops, we really didn't have a relationship. Not that it was bad or anything like that. I never went over to kick it with him a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? To nobody's fault. I'm not gonna say it was my mama's fault or my daddy's fault or or even my fault. I mean, I don't think I ever said I don't want to see my daddy. You know what I'm saying? But we end up getting our relationship tight later on in life, man, in my life, and we just started kicking it all the time, all the time. You couldn't keep me from over there, man, by my pops. You know, it's let me tell you, in Fifth Ward. Fifth Ward is a big neighborhood, man, but it's broken up into a lot of little small sub hoods in Fifth Ward. You got Frenchtown, you got Bucktown, you got Two C's, you know, even the apartment complexes and everything. Kelly Court, Coke Apartments, Back Street. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's a real big hood, man. And me and my pops, we actually stayed about, I would say approximately about a 20-minute walk. About a 20-minute walk from each other. And you know, for some reason, like I said, we just went estranged for a little while. We never saw each other, man. But like I say, I pulled back up on Pops when I was finally, you know, moving around, had my own whip and everything, and our relationship got a whole lot better. And so it was a part in this song where Scarface was saying, you know, how can a father be a good father when he never had a good example? You know, and my answer to that, and even Scarface probably know the answer to it, but just me from Dane, from DMR, my answer to that is, man, sometimes you learn what not to do from watching people who you know, fail, or you know, I hate to use words like that, like failed or wasn't a good father, but fathers that just came up short in some kind of way. You learn how to be a good father by watching them and seeing what not to do. You know, so there is a way to take a bad situation and turn it into a good situation, man. Like if you didn't have your father there, you could actually still end up being a good father, a good parent, or, you know, mother, whatever, man. Because you get to look at those parents of yours and say, hey, well, when I grow up, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I swore to God, man, when I was growing up, that me and all my kids would live under the same roof. You know, never knew that the woman can get just tired of it and disgusted and just fed up and leave your ass. And that was one of the hardest things I went through, man, when I was coming up, is that in my first marriage, well, my only marriage, you know what I'm saying? We had reached a point where, you know, we were both just kind of fed up, man. And, you know, we went our separate ways. And I'm telling you, bro, that shit hurt me. It hurt me. I didn't want to not have my wife, but I'm going to tell you what hurt the most, man, was the kids being from up under the roof. That's what hurted. That's what hurted me the most, bro. I swear it wasn't the woman. Even though I loved my wife at the time, my ex-wife. But with those kids being up out the house, man, that shit was like a dagger straight to the heart. Yes, bro. I'm telling you, man, just knowing that my kids wasn't in the house, it shit made me feel fucked up. Like I wasn't protecting them or nothing like that. You know, so you come up thinking that your life is going to be one way and it end up being something else, man. So I made it up in my mind. I said, man, you know, the next kid I have, like, I'm gonna try my best to stay with the mama. You know, I'm gonna do a good job. And then again, you know, situations happen and they just don't work. You know, and now we not with each other. But this was another opportunity to get this daddy thing, this parenting thing right, man. And that's why I am the way I am with my daughter, man. Even though we bump heads a little bit, you know, I do some things she don't like. She do some things I don't like. But as a daddy and a daughter, as a father and a daughter, man, we still try to work that shit out, you know. So, like I said, I did want to mention that song, Daddy's Gone, because it was a lot of different little gems up in that song, man, that just took me back to certain phases of my life, man, and just kind of gave me some time to think about some shit. So, in addition to the 5 songs that I said bump, you know what I'm saying, definitely go bump that Daddy's Gone featuring Scarface. One of the dopest tracks on that. Just not my standout, just not one of my standout 5, but it's a dope ass track. Very, very dope track. All right. So yeah, man, just a little recap. we was doing the 30th anniversary of Something Serious by Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? Big Mike was a member of the Ghetto Boys back in '93 on the To Death Do Us Part album. He replaced Willie D when Willie D left the group after We Can't Be Stopped. You know what I'm saying? But the first time I ever heard of Big Mike was with the Convicts. That was the first time I ever heard of Big Mike, back in '91. You know what I'm saying? Which is another fire ass album, man, with pretty much some of the same producers. You know what I'm saying? Beto, Mike Dean, Crazy C. Go check this album out right here. Go check this album out. And like I mentioned earlier, after the Convicts self-titled album in '91, then that's when he came out with the Ghetto Boys in '93. You know what I'm saying? On the Till Death Do Us Part album. You know, and hey, another banging ass album. Another banging ass album that you got to fuck with. Look, man, 6 Feet Deep, Murder After Midnight, Straight Gangsterism, Bring It On. Listen, Bring It On is probably one of my favorite posse cuts ever, because it's the first time I ever heard the name Fifth Ward Boys even said, because that was the first track they ever featured on. But at the time, it was only 2 out of the 3 members that was actually on that song. Low Life was in the county jail at the time. But yeah, Fifth Ward Boys got their birth on this album, and there's Big Mike in the middle. In the middle right there is gonna be a Murder After Midnight. You know, yeah, man. That's my history, man, on Big Mike. I love Big Mike's music, man. Love Big Mike's music. You know what I'm saying? That shit really did something for me back in the day. Now, even looking back in hindsight, man, lyrically, everything that they were saying wasn't good for us. And I'll admit that shit. I'll admit that. DMR will be the first to admit it and put that shit out there. Wait a minute. Let me put something up here real quick. Big Mello was supposed to be in the Convict. Man, that's fire. That's fire. I just interviewed Too Fancy last week. That's Big Mello's stepbrother. And he didn't tell me that. I'm gonna have to call Too Fancy and let him know, man. Oh, matter of fact, he probably did. We was talking about so much before and after the show that he dropped so many gems on me, man. It was crazy. So appreciate that, General Khan, for putting that gem up in there, man. I love that shit. I love that shit right there. But yeah, like I said, man, this Big Mike, you know, coming from the Convicts to replacing Willie D to his debut track, to his debut joint. You gotta respect Big Mike, man. You gotta respect his craft and how he put in work, and even made beats for himself, man. You know, he made a big name for himself coming out of New Orleans and signing with Rap-A-Lot. You know, so he's one of them guys on Rap-A-Lot, man, that you have to mention when you ask somebody, hey, man, when it comes to Rap-A-Lot albums, you know, like, what's your favorite? Tell me some of your joints. If a cat don't say something serious, man, I don't know what to say. He gotta go back and do just a little bit more homework, man. Because as a Rap-A-Lot head, growing up in Fifth Ward, like, we got all of this shit, man. Street Team made sure that everybody in the hood had posters, cassettes, maxi singles, everything, man. And then even, like I said, Dewey had a record shop right down the street, man, on Lowndes Avenue in Waco. He had all the Rap-A-Lot releases up in there, and Dewey is one of 2 of the guys who founded Fifth Ward Boys and Fifth Ward Juveniles, man. So yeah, big salute to Rap-A-Lot. You know, I'm a Fifth Ward boy. You know, being from the neighborhood as well as an honorary member of Fifth Ward boy. Now, ain't nobody said it yet, but I'm gonna say it for myself. I'm gonna give myself that. You know what I'm saying? I'm an honorary member. The what they say, the unofficial 4th member of the Fifth Ward Boys. And I'm gonna put that on everything. I'm solid when I say it. You know what I'm saying? Solid. So if this is one of the albums that you bumped back in the days, man, you know, before we get up out of here, just put it in the comments, man. Put some of your top joints on here, man. And even if you watching this after it's posted. Yeah, man, put some of your favorite Big Mike tracks from that album, from the Something Serious album. Put it in the comments, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to hear what y'all thinking out there. You know, hey, if it's anything else going on out there, man, put it in the comments. I'll make an announcement for you. Anybody got anything special coming up? You know, make me aware, man, so I can be in the loop. You never know, I might pop up in your city one day, man, and be standing right there. You be like, oh shit, that's that boy Dane. Yeah, it's me, baby, because I love to travel. We got some moving around coming up soon, man. We're gonna be out in St. Louis toward the end of the summer. We're gonna be up in Detroit with my boy Rocker Bash. I'm trying to make it back over to the East Coast, back to New York and New Jersey. It's been quite a while. But yeah, I miss my guys out there, man. I used to go out there, man, be kicking it in Queens, kicking it in Brooklyn and everything. So yeah, the shit is real. The shit is real. So like Cher said, man, we got this merch that we still trying to get off. We got a lot of trucker hats, you know, for all y'all that like them trucker hats, man. We got the black Back to the Lab shirts, just like the banner in the back. Damn, what that motherfucker at? Yeah, just like the banner right there. We got the black Back to the Lab shirts. And then we about to have the reversal, the white background with the black letters. You know what I'm saying? That's dropping real soon. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you see me in different colors like this and shit, man, these be my exclusives. You know, this is just kind of like a prototype, man. Just see what they look like. Just see what the people feeling. What I get the most compliments on, and kind of like let me know what to come out with. You know what I'm saying? But I know that in the summertime, boys don't really want to do a lot of black. So I got them white joints on the way. They are on the way, man. Like Cher saying, man, look, shout out to Cher, my creative director. That's the love of my life, man. She be making sure I'm on point with everything, man. Sometimes she makes sure I'm so on point that I be kind of get mad. I be like, God damn, do I ever get a chance to rest, man? Because there's always something, man. She got these ideas, and I try to execute each and every one of them, man. Some of them I get on real quick. Some of them it take me a little while, but I'm glad to have on the team. And my daughter Dev. Hey Dev, come here, come say what's up. You know, my daughter, you know, that's my other lab tech, my other member right here. Say what's up to the people on Facebook and YouTube.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was over there trying to get that CD for me, but she was watching them YouTube videos up in there, man. She don't like when she gets pulled away from something that she like, but it's all to the good. Give me some love. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's my baby right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I told her I was gonna be about like 30 minutes so we can grub. As you can see, we went a little bit over, but it's all good, man. It's all good. I like doing this shit with y'all. I like popping up and vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So until next time, keep celebrating this hip hop, man. Keep celebrating hip hop. Keep celebrating these DJs, these producers. You know, everybody that's out there making a contribution to this culture of ours, man. That's what it's all about. It's all about the celebration. And if I don't like the shit, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna bring it up, because I'm not one that's gonna be talking about, oh, this is trash, this trash. I'm just not one to do that, man. So if it's an album that you never heard me celebrate, it's either one or two things. I probably just haven't got to it yet, or it just ain't my cup of tea. But you know, either which way it go, man, you know, it's all love and it's all respect for these artists, man, and these DJs and producers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, one more announcement before we get up out of here. On the next live broadcast, like I know all of these are lives, but I actually have an episode that I do once a month that I do it live in front of an audience. So if you ever in H-Town, tap in, man. We always at the Social Status, you know what I'm saying, over in the city center area out here in H-Town. Tap in with us, man, because on our next episode we're gonna have the man PSK 13, legendary H-Town artist, man. Work with all the greatest. Anybody you can name from H-Town, from the West Coast or something like that, he probably worked with him, or in some kind of way he know him, or he didn't touch bases with him once before. So tap in at the next live broadcast with PSK. Cher, do we got Q Boy on deck for that one too? Do we got Q Boy on deck? Let me know, man. Another legendary producer, artist that I want to have on that show with PSK as well, because they did some work together too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, big love to PSK. I got a post that I'm gonna put out tomorrow, giving PSK 13 his flowers, man, because my man's hit me up and blessed my game. I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow. So if you're not following on Instagram, make sure you go over there and follow on Instagram, man. We trying to do it on all the social media platforms. So no matter where you going, man, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, man. Even Snapchat, like I'm on everything. So just check us out, man. Right there at Back to the Lab with the underscores in between. You know what I'm saying? Till next time, man. Keep celebrating classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, and producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. I'm your kinfolk DMR. Salute to the lab techs, man. We out of this joint, y'all. Big love.